Hi crafters, and welcome to Technique Tuesday. This is Creative Moments by G, and I'm G, and today's technique is using painter's tape to create a fantastic background. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. The first thing you need to do is grab that planter's tape, and you're going to cut you off a stretch of about 7 inches, just long enough to go over your ink pad. Now what makes this so great is it's removable tape. So that is very important for today's card. So I'm just cutting off 3 strips because we are going to use 3 different colors on our ink pads. Now we're going to use a top fold card today, and this is 11 inches by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. But I wanted to go ahead and use a top mat. So I cut a second map. And remember, you don't have to write down the measurements because all you have to do is hop on over to creativemomentsbyg.com and we will have our measurements listed on the blog. So I'm going to put down a piece of paper and I'm going to bring in the 3 colors that we are going to use. Now we are going to use a Bermuda Bay, Gorgeous Grape, and Mango Melody. So let's go ahead and open them up. And I think I'll put the Mango Melody between my 2 colors. Now this is a top fold, so I'm going to bring my strips down the center, just like this. So first we're going to do Bermuda Bay, and the way you do this is lay your painter's tape down on your ink pad and very lightly just go over it. Now pull it up and place the area that has your ink right in the center. And now just go over it. And we're just going to pick it up very carefully. And look at that. I'm going to lay this back down again. Now I'm going to pick up another color, my Mango Melody. We're going to lay that strip on our ink pad and just use your finger to smooth it down, to pick up that ink. Lift it up and put it down on your mat. And now I'm going to do the same thing but with my Gorgeous Grape. Now that just gives us a background. If you wanted to extend this, you could definitely do that. And I think I will extend it just a little bit. I'm going to extend my Mango Melody also. And now we have some wonderful color added to our mat. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Gorgeous Grape, and make sure that you stay with us to the end because we have 2 more cards to show you using this adorable stamp set, Easter Bunny. Now I'm just going to lay this down using my glue. I'm going to bring in my card. Now look at that background. How pretty is that? It almost looks like watercolor. Now I'm going to add some mats. I'm going to put this mat right there and go ahead and do a top mat right here. So let's bring in our sentiment that we're going to use. I'm going to stamp it right here in the top right-hand corner, and I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape. So tap, tap, tap. I'm going to stamp my bunny using Early Espresso because I am going to punch him out. Now, this is the top mat for the front of our card. So let's go ahead and just add some grass here. We're going to use Garden Green, and then we will color our bunny. Let's just put the grass along the bottom. And I'm going to bring in Old Olive, light and dark, and just color that grass. Now I'm using the large brush nib because that will give me full coverage. Now I'm going to show you another technique to stamp those cute little carrots that come with this kit. I went ahead and I just cut out a map for the grass, and I left a little tab right here so that we could hold it. Now I am going to place this right where it matches the grass, and I'm going to drop it down just a little bit. I'm going to grab my espresso, I'm going to ink up my carrot, and now this is slightly below the grass, and I'm just going to stamp a carrot and stamp one more right here. And now when I take away this mask, look at that. The carrot is behind the grass. How cute is that? Let's go ahead and get those colored. I'm going to use Pumpkin Pie. And my Old Olive again for the leaves on the carrot. Now we are ready to add this mat to the top of our bottom mat, and we're going to go ahead and use dimensionals. And now let's use our blends to color our little bunny. Now we did a little bit of shading right here, so I'm going to come back in with the lighter color just to lighten up that just a little bit. And once this alcohol evaporates, it will lighten up even more. So let's go ahead and punch this out. Now our little bunny's going to be right here, but he's going to have flowers on his neck. So let's get those stamped and get those cut out. So we're bringing in our flowers. And we're just going to color them. Now we are going to place these adorable flowers around his neck. Look at that. So cute. So let's grab some glue and we're just going to flip it over and then cut off the excess. And now look at our little bunny. Is he not adorable? We're going to add him on some dimensionals right here. And now we are going to add him to the front of our card on dimensionals. Now, if you were going to send this in the mail and you didn't want that added height, you could go ahead and just glue all these layers down. Look at the front of this card. Isn't that beautiful? So let me show you our other two cards that we created. This one, we don't have any mats on the front of this card. We just put a rectangle right here with some repositional tape, and we put our tape over it. And then we peeled it off. We peeled off this rectangle and we had a little open space and we stamped right on the card. Look at that. We used our masking again so that we could put our carrots behind the grass. And we did the same thing on the inside. That is a great technique. Now, look at this beautiful card. We have several techniques going on here. We used our spots and dot die to cut out this top mat to leave those little holes in there. And then we used our painter strip to go over that area. What makes it so much fun is we then added a mat behind the dots, and you could actually see orange dots now. Love this technique of using the painter's tape. Now the other technique we have going on here is we used our repositional tape to go ahead and stamp our sentiment, put the tape over it, and then color around it, and then pull the tape off. We actually have a video on Technique Tuesday on how to do that. So which is your favorite card? Take a moment, leave a comment, and let us know. We love this adorable little bunny and we love the painter's tape. Well, we hope you enjoyed this Technique Tuesday. We want you to go out and make it a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.